Hello everyone. This is definitely a very difficult time for we students nowadays because we're having lots of end-term tests. So it is truly an honor to have all of you here for me for this presentation. So today I'm going to have a small question for all of you. Has anyone in this room ever suffered from stress? Please, if anyone has, please raise their hands. Okay, we have one here, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5, yeah. So there are a lot of people in this room who say that they have suffered from stress. So I myself surely have suffered from stress at some point in my life. So to me, stress is when I let other people down. Stress is when I take a test, when I'm under great pressure to finish huge workloads, and stress is also when I take part in a game of football or basketball. So, according to recent researches in Vietnam for the last 10 years, among 10,000 people, including students, adults, men, women, teachers, parents, over 73% of the people who were interviewed say that at some point in their lives they have suffered from stress. And however, most surprisingly, most of these people are students, high school students. So, I myself have had a small survey for all students in my class, and the results I get are quite surprising. All the students in my class say that they have suffered from stress. Okay, so my name is Wong Vu. I am 16 years old. I'm from Honda Amsterdam High School for gifted students, and today I'm going to talk about stress among high school students at gifted schools in Vietnam. Okay. The research aims are to find out the true causes that lead to stress among high school students. And the second one is to propose reasonable solutions which we can reduce the amount of stress among high school students from specialized school. The research questions are quite clear. The first one is, what are the causes of stress that lead of high school students? And the second one is, what are the possible solutions to deal with stress among them? Okay. The participants of this research includes 102 students from gifted schools, as well as teachers and parents. The methodology are observation, survey questionnaires, and also, last but not least, in-depth interviews. So, the participants for the survey include students from 5 different specialized schools in Vietnam. Okay, so most students who complete the survey share very high GPAs for the previous semester, and they also have very high expected GPAs for the upcoming semester. In addition, most students who complete the survey say that they want to pursue the education abroad, not in Vietnam. So these results just really suit with their parents' expectations of their GPAs and also their future education pursuit. Okay. So when it comes to their family, most students are currently living with both their mom and dad, with very stable economic situation, and with very often parental care. So personally, I think that family factors are not the true causes that lead to the rising amount of stress of high school students in specialized school in Vietnam. Okay, for all of the aforementioned things above, we have the results for the survey. Okay, so coming in the first place, over 50% of the students who complete the survey say that the knowledge given to them is too hard and too difficult. Coming on second place, about 46.1% of the students who take part in the survey say that the schedule for them is too tight. And coming on third place, about 39.2% say that the requirement for knowledge are beyond his or her ability. And however, there are also lots of other causes suggested by participants, such as conflicts with friends, teachers, conflicts with relatives, or problems with girlfriends or boyfriends. Okay. So when it comes to the frequency of conflicts in the student's family, from this chart, you can clearly see that it is divided into three seemingly equal sections. The first section is very often, the second one is sometimes, and the last one is rarely or never. Okay, so from this chart, we can see that among three random students, about one student whose family will often or very often occur conflicts. Okay. About the teaching method at school, so about 58.8% of the students who complete the survey say that their school teaching methodology is a combination of both active and inactive learning. So to me, this is a really big development in Vietnamese education system. However, still, 34.3% of the students who complete the survey say that the school teaching methodology is inactive learning. So though it's only 34.3%, but there should definitely be some positive changes in the Vietnamese education system, so that the amount of stress of high school students from the teaching, from learning at school can be reduced. So, okay. About the amount of schoolwork, from this chart we can see that about 66% of the students who complete the survey say that the amount of schoolwork given to them is acceptable and moderate. However, about 32.4% still say that the amount of workload they're given by the teachers are too much. So in this 32.4% of students, there may be some, or I mean a lot, can suffer from stress according to the huge amount of workloads. Okay, so extra classes after school. Can anybody guess how many students, the percentage of students who take part in the survey have extra classes after school? How many percent? Can anybody guess?
50%.
50%? Ah, no. In this case, 91.2% of the students who take part in this survey say that they have extra classes after school. 91.2%. This is truly a very alarming situation for Vietnam students. So, to me, this is actually not very difficult to understand, because in Vietnam, students have to study 14 subjects at the same time, and they also have to have very good academic performance at all 14 subjects. So, accordingly, they have to have extra classes for them to help them to understand the subject better, and also to perform better at all subjects, so that they can have high score at all 14 subjects. Okay. So when it comes to the relationships with friends of students who take part in the survey, we can see that most students have very good and normal relationships with their friends. Only a very few ones say that their relationships with friends are not going very well. So I think the relationships with friends of students are do not play a very big role in determining the amount of stress that students have. Okay, so throughout the in-depth interviews, we can see these are the causes suggested by them. First of all, stress in balancing trivialities in life, including schoolwork, curricular activities, spending time with friends, families, and other relationships in life. So, as a student, we have to perform well at school. At the same time, we cannot forget about taking part in social activities, in co-curricular activities, and also we have to spend a little time with our family and friends, and also to spend a little time with sports to increase and to enhance, develop our well-being as well. The second reason, the second cause suggested by interviewees is the over-expectations from parents, teachers, or even themselves to perform well at school. So, parents or teachers as a whole, to me, really just have really high expectations of their children. It is very easily understandable because parents, the one who gives birth to us, really wants us to become successful in life. So basically, they will definitely want us to perform well at school, but in some cases, the over-expectation from them and teachers really cause us students to become stressful, and we are being put under great pressure to perform well at school. The third cause is the jealousy of others' achievement. So, when we see other people achieving great things in life and we're just standing here, so to me, if I was the person in that case, I would be very sad, very, very sad. I would try my very best to achieve what they get, because in my opinion, the things that other people achieve is actually my dream, and when I cannot achieve them, I'll become stressful. I'll become very, very stressful because I am not even confident about my ability anymore. I cannot achieve my dream, and afterwards I'll become very stressful, and maybe it'll lead to my depression. The fourth one is false judgments from others, or we can say trash talking from other people. So, when other people say bad stuff about us, we may have a tendency to change ourselves in order to satisfy other people. So, actually, when we cannot change ourselves, we cannot change our own well-being, we will become stressful because other people keep saying bad stuff about us, but however, we cannot change them. So, consequently, we will become stressful because we cannot, again, achieve what we want. The fifth one, lack of understanding of students from teachers. So, as the world is continuously developing, students are continuously facing different problems in life. Teachers are required to have a great understanding of their students in order to help their students overcome different tackles, different problems in life. So, without the understanding of students, students may sometimes feel that they are left out at school and they are not being given the full care of the teachers, and sometimes, most of the time, they will become stressful. Last but not least, hesitation to share their problems. Okay, so when students become stressful, when I become stressful, when everyone becomes stressful, we must share, we have to share our problems with other people so that we can become more confident, we can become more easy we can become more open-minded, more comfortable when we let out our problems and when we share our problems with other people. However, there are still some people, or there are some interviewees that I have conducted interviews on, said that sometimes when they have problems, when they are stressful, they feel that when they share problems with other people will also become stressful to hear their problems. So, as for the fact that they do not want to waste other people's time, they keep the problems for their own. And as a result, they become more and more stressful days by days, and that can cause depression. Last but not least, we will have the solutions to which we can reduce the amount of stress of high school students from gifted schools in Vietnam. So, through a survey, I found that most students listen to music in order to relieve stress. It is about 66.6% coming in second place, students will have talks with other people, such as friends, teachers, their parents, etc., in order to reduce the amount of stress they have. And this is about 52%. And coming in third place, students will take part in extracurricular activities. It is about 44.1%. So personally, to me, this is a very positive thing for Vietnamese education system. Through a survey, I found that over 95% of the students say that their schools offer them extracurricular activities. Back to the slide. Now, please be attentive to the following expressions to be able to provide supportive and necessary support. First off, it is the emotional expressions of stress. So, most students, when they become stressful, they will become worried, they will get angry easily, they will become nervous, become scared, and become dissatisfied with him or herself. And this actually happens very, very often, about 3 or 4 times per week. Secondly, is the intellectual expressions of stress. So, students say that when they become stressed, they will suffer from focus loss very, very often, about 3 or 4 times per week, and other expressions such as slow idea connection, false anticipation, memory collapse, or even poor judgmental ability will happen like sometimes often or sometimes. Next one is the behavioral expression of stress. So, when students become stressed, the most significant thing is that they will become tired of studying. This happens very, very often, like 3 or 4 times per week. These are the recommendations suggested by interviewees, divided into the do's and don'ts. First off, interviewees say that when people become stressed, when students become stressed, they should hang out with their friends in order to relieve stress. During that time, students can have different talks with them, we can go to the movies, we can do different things together so as to reduce the amount of stress. The second thing is that we should have an organized schedule so that we won't be stressful about lots of different things. We will know how to organize things. We will have a very perfect schedule so as we can have a good night's sleep, we have enough meal, and then we will not become stressful anymore. The third thing is that when students become stressed, they should use the social media as means to communicate with their friends. So, for example, Facebook, one of the greatest inventions of the 21st century, helps to connect people all around the world together. So Facebook is also one of the most efficient social media for students nowadays to connect, to chat with their friends. So for me, I think that through the times that students spend online on Facebook, they can chat with their friends, and then we can have lots of different conversations with friends, thus reduce the amount of stress. Coming in fourth place is to build a stronger relationship between us, students, and friends, teachers. So, to me, I think a stronger relationship between students, between other teachers, other people, and our friends with us really helps to promote our well-being. It helps us to become more confident in life and to become more comfortable with things all around us. And as a result, we will not become stressful any longer. Last but not least, teachers should change the teaching method at school. So, for example, if in one school, teachers try to make students to study inactively, they become very, very stressful for the huge amount of workloads without the help of teachers. And to the don'ts, when students become stressed, they should never suppress his or her feelings, and we should definitely share it with other people. since when we share our own feelings, we will become like more stressful, less stressful, we will become more open-minded to share stuff with other people. As a result, we will not become stressful any longer. And last but not least, we should not be affected by other people's judgments. As mentioned before, other people's false judgments or trash talking can make us depressed a lot. Like if people say bad stuff about us and we try to change ourselves in order to satisfy other people, and when we cannot do those things, we will be like not as confident about ourselves as before, and then we will become more and more stressful days by day. So, in conclusion, through this presentation and through the research, I can understand the importance of the causes of stress, and thus I can find out the suitable solutions to which I can tackle stress and help students to reduce the amount of stress they have every single day. And this is the end of my presentation. I hope you have a good time and find out all the possible solutions to which you can reduce stress. And most importantly, I hope all of you guys will not become stressed by my presentation. Thank you.